Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the top powered forwards in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM here on this tier list. We got a list of about 30 of the best power forwards in MyTEAM right now to rank on this tier list, and excited to get into this video. But before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 15,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm uploading every single day, tons and tons of daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. We're going to start off with the first card today, which comes in as Andre Kirilenko, who is an easily A tier, maybe even arguably S tier power forward option in MyTEAM. He is one of the best power forwards in this game for sure, but I do think there's a couple of guys that I like better than the power forward position. I will say that, yes. I think it's 5 or 6 or so, but I don't think I'd quite put him S tier. He's borderline. He's real close, but is only 6'9". I guess he's a little bit smaller than some of the guys we're going to have in the S tier. Defensively, he's great. He's a really good shooter, though. He's a really, really good card. An elite level small forward or power forward, plays absolutely amazingly at both positions and will hold it down at a very high level. Same thing with a guy like Anthony Davis, honestly. I'm not sure AD cracks my top 5 either at the power forward position anymore. As crazy as that is to say, both of these guys are phenomenal cards, absolutely options in MyTEAM who are not insanely overpriced either or anything. Very, very affordable, reasonably priced cards. And I think they're both really, really good. But at the power forward position, it has been improved so much over the past week or two that I don't think they're higher than A tier. Like Bam Adebayo, I almost think B tier is that's pretty reasonable. I don't think that's, I don't know. I'll go A for him still. I do think he cracks the end of A tier, but Bam Adebayo is one of those guys who's about to fall out of like the top 10 power forwards. He's not crazy fast. He's an okay shooter, but he's not great. Release is good, but the 3-ball rating is low and the badges aren't quite there. He's not insanely fast. He's a good guard, but he's not insane. I think A tier is probably fair. Another guy who's A tier, it's incredible that we've started off with 4 A tiers in a row, but I think Blake Griffin also has to go in the A tier. Super athletic, 85 speed, good size, good release, great offensive power forward. Defensively, he's not amazing, but I can live with that. I think he's A tier as well. Bob Love is going to go high B. You could argue he's low A as well, though. That's the crazy part. I mean, there are so many like guys who are a very similar level starting off this list, but I think he's a really, really good card. He shoots the ball really, really well. I like his release a lot. He defends his butt off, has decent speed. He's versatile. I like the card. I think he's really good. Low undersized power forward, but not too bad. Boris Diaw is just kind of a do-it-all budget type guy. Nothing too crazy to the card, but he's got a little bit of playmaking, can hit an open shot, can kind of defend pretty okay, but nothing too crazy. Decent speed, just overall a decent but not incredible card. I'd go probably C tier for Boris Diaw, but maybe B. I don't know. Chet Holmgren is definitely S tier. His biggest flaw by far is the 48 strength. That matters less at power forward, number 1. But number 2, he's incredible in every other area. He's an elite level shooter who's an incredible defender, has very good speed, super versatile, incredible length. He's the biggest power forward in the game right now at 7'1". He's an absolute dog. Another absolute dog, Chris Bosh, able to get every single badge in the game, 6'11", versatile defender, good speed, shoots the ball really, really well. Release is not as good as last year's, but it's still solid, and I've gotten it down for sure. Definitely think he's a great card as well, and he's an easy S tier also. I think Chris Webber doesn't crack the A tier anymore. I think he's got to go B. His release just isn't very good. He's got good speed, but he's not an incredible shooter by any means, and he's not the most elite defender in the world either. Definitely don't think he's higher than B. I think Cliff Robinson is better than Bam Adebayo, and I think you could almost make the argument he's better than Anthony Davis. I don't think he quite is, but he's close. He's A tier for sure. Big, fast power forward, good or okay release. Shoots the ball pretty well, though. Really, really good defender. Super versatile card. I just think he's a really nice option. Dennis Rodman, I'm honestly not even totally sure why I included him on this list. Kind of like Rick Barry yesterday. These promo cards just not very good. Dennis Rodman is the only power forward on this list that is literally completely incapable of shooting a 3, which honestly should have probably disqualified from the list automatically, but it is what it is. Draymond Green, high B tier. I can't put him A tier anymore, though. I just can't. He's only 6'6". He's an amazing defender, but without the duo, he's just not that good of an offensive card. The duo with Steph makes him a lot better offensively, but right now, as an Amethyst, he's starting to become a little bit outdated. He's just not that good offensively. He struggles as a shooter and a scorer. Giannis is one of the best cards in the game. The fact that he can get every badge makes him so OD because he's already so fast, so incredible defensively, so lanky, and so versatile. And now the fact of the matter is you can add the shooting and the playmaking badges that you want that make him even more of a glitch on the offensive end of the court as well. He is maybe the best card in the game right now and definitely an S tier option at the power forward position. Glenn Robinson can play power forward just as well as small forward. He's not incredible in terms of size, but his release is very good. Defensively, he's versatile on the interior and the perimeter. He's very athletic, and he's just a really nice all-around power forward option. A little bit undersized, but hasn't held him back too much. I still think he's an A tier level guy. Jabari Smith is 68 speed, great release, but doesn't defend. He's slow and doesn't really defend much. Release is phenomenal, but I think we're at the point where he's probably got to go C tier. I'm going to give Jaren S tier. I think a guy who's got basically 80 speed, a really good release, and is an absolutely incredible defender, that's enough to put you S tier, especially as a 6'11 guy. He's a really, really good card, and I think he's definitely S tier. Jerome Kersey is okay. He's very athletic. He doesn't shoot the ball very well, though. Only a 64 3-ball, but he's very fast. He's a versatile defender, super athletic, finishes really, really well at the rim. And then defensively, he's a nice card as well. Release is okay, but not great. Movement is incredible. But I think the defense and the athletic ability is enough where it still justifies a spot for him being like at least decently high on this list. I think B tier is probably fair. I'm going to put Joe Smith very top of B tier. I don't think I could put him higher than this, but dang, I would like to. I mean, he's a 6'10 pick and pop power forward. I understand the stats and badges are not that incredible on this card, but he's pretty athletic and he's really got a money release in addition to a great player build. And I think he's easily B tier. Julius Randle's not very good. I think he's C tier at this point. He was okay when he first came out as the season 1 unlimited reward, but at this point, just a bit outdated, not crazy fast, not a good defender. Shooting is mediocre. He's not an amazing card. KD is definitely still S tier at the power forward position. He's not like the dominant runaway first place guy, kind of like he was a couple weeks ago, but I still think he's an S tier power forward. 6'10", really good, obviously incredible shooter. It's Kevin Durant. Can get every single badge, of course, as well. He's an absolutely phenomenal top tier card in my team and a pretty easy S tier option. Larry Bird, I think, is going to have to go in the B tier, to be honest. I mean, in the B tier, because I was high on this card when he first came out, but at only 6'9", he's not an incredible defender, and his release, honestly, even though he's a great shooter, is a teeny bit baited. With the way that shooting has been adjusted with slowdowns on contests and things like that, it makes a guy like Larry Bird with a little bit of slower jumper worse, and I think he's got to go down in the B tier. Paulo, I think, goes A. I mean, he's good, not insane, but I think Paulo is a really, really good power forward option. He's got good speed, good shooting, good defense, just a good all-around card. Very, very solid option. Pedro Stojakovic is A tier. That I will stand on it. Pedro Stojakovic is amazing at the power forward position. 6'10", I understand he doesn't defend much. You try to hide him as best as you can defensively, but his release is incredible, and he's got some playmaking stuff as well, especially if you put a ball handle shoe on him, which will get it high enough to do a timing burst, where he's going to be one of the biggest mismatches at the power forward position in the entire game. Phil Jackson is just an undersized power forward who can't shoot the ball very well. Really good defender, obviously one of the greatest coaches of all time as well in real life, but not a great shooter. Defensively, he's versatile and he's pretty good, but he's a little undersized, only 6'8". I gotta say, Jerome Kersey also has to go down to C tier, though. Phil Jackson is C tier because they're pretty similar cards. Jerome's just more athletic. Sean Kemp is B tier. I'm actually moving Bam Adebayo down because I think everybody in A tier is better than Bam Adebayo, and again, we need to even it out a little bit more. Sean Kemp can hit an open three, super athletic, big player build, bulky player build, feels incredibly athletic, rebounds really, really well because of how good his vertical is. He's a beast. Sean Marion, he's 6'7". I'm putting him B tier. I am. I understand he's a good card, but his release is not incredible. He's athletic, but he's not a great shot creator. Defensively, he's good, but he doesn't have anchor or clamps, which might be the two most important defensive badges. He's not that good. This Gugliotta card, I don't want to put him. I feel like I got to put a couple guys in D tier. He is not on the level of Dennis Rodman. He is 6'10", which is pretty big, and he's got okay defense. Speed, three ball. Release is mediocre. He's super athletic. Is he D tier though? I got to put some guys in D tier. I'm going to move a couple of cards down. Just to make the list a little bit more balanced, I think I'm going to move just a couple cards down, and we're just going to do it like that, actually, the way that I just did it. Wes Unseld, B tier. Solid. Release is good, very, very good, actually. He's got good speed. He gets playmaking takeover for some reason. He's got decent interior defense. He's a good card. Love his release. Really a big fan. X-Man is also B tier. I understand he's only listed at 6'7" this year, which is kind of weird because he was 6'9" very recently. In fact, I think last year. And in previous years, he was a 6'9" card. And all of a sudden, he's 6'7". Player build's still X-Man, though, and the release is still phenomenal as well. He's still really, really good and still one of the better Ruby cards in my team. And then we have Zion, who still can't shoot with a very baited release, has good speed, but isn't a good defensive card either. He's also only 6'6". He's just not that good besides being fast and a great dunker, but because he doesn't shoot the ball very well and he also doesn't defend that well, I think at best he's a back of C tier type of guy. So with that being said, that is going to do it for my list of the top power forwards in my team right now. Again, it's a little bit more of a middle heavy to top heavy list, but hopefully that's okay with y'all. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.